Yesterday, I was on Media Takeout, and I typically come on here and look for stories. Not many of them were good until I landed on this story. And the new story said, new photos suggest that Lori Harvey got surgery on her behind. The first thing I looked at was this workout photo that you're seeing. I don't know if this is her regular clothes, but just like workout pants, some cheetah skin or cheetah style loafers on, and this white shirt. So this is typically how she looks from the backside. Okay, that's really her. This was in March, okay? March 28th, 2026 in Los Angeles somewhere. Now, then once you go up and see some of these new photos, here is her by the pool. As you know, she's an influencer, largely for, brands, luxury kind of style items and things like that. She's sitting here or laying down here on a blanket. And then there's the alcohol thing there. But then look at this last photo here where the drink is kind of on her back right before the butt. It looks like the booty is a little bigger. If you compare it side by side, yeah, it looks a little different, right? And so people are suspecting that, okay, how did you make this particular booty change from March to June? So some people are saying that it's the angle, and some people are saying that she got work. Now, let's kind of talk about the work thing. Michael B. Jordan's ex-girlfriend, Drew Sidora, got a BBL. And this is after she had this tumultuous divorce with Ralph Pittman, the ex-husband. He got everything, the house, she's paying alimony, and then she goes and gets the BBL. Now, it's interesting because Drew Sidora is the same lady that was hinting at wanting another chance at Michael B. Jordan, or if he would call, she would definitely answer. But we all know that that's not gonna happen. And now we have Lori Harvey, who's accused of getting the same thing. And so, of course, when you talk about women who have BBLs or participate in the BBL culture, you're always going to hear stuff like this.
Do you think women are always in competition with each other?
Yes, because men are not to blame though.
Okay.
But men are involved.
Are you going to hear things like this?
A woman will never tell you this, but the reason why women get BBLs, they get their tits done, they get their lip injections done, right? They invest hundreds of dollars on makeup, is because they're insecure.
Now, this tends to be, I think, the most vanilla answer to everything. Like, women are just insecure, or, they're doing it because of other women. And largely that might be true, because when you look at women who, participate in BBLs or mommy makeovers or tummy tucks, largely, I think it's about more or less self-worth, feeling good about themselves, rather than, trying to appeal to men. Because I think, like, if they look decent, most men are not necessarily so picky about certain things, but largely it can be considered a competition. But in Lori Harvey's case, I think this means something else. And what do I mean?
Since we're on the topic of destiny swapping, y'all better pay attention to that girl Brianna that was on that red carpet with Gunna, because she's coming for Lori Harvey's gig. I see it. Go look at her. Go look at her. She's coming for Lori Harvey.
Now, this creator is bringing up somebody by the name of Brianna. Now, Brianna is almost like a Lori Harvey clone. She was dating Gunna. And this lady, once she said that Brianna Monique is coming for Lori Harvey's spot, people got mad, right? And this happens in Africa. The beauty, lifestyle, fashion, kind of influencer is like overcrowded. It's like so many women, Ashley Janae, for example, that passed away. She was trying to do this thing, and you get all these, beautiful women in these very expensive or exclusive, luxurious places and stuff like that. And so that's what she's saying about her. Like, this is what she's doing. And then she caught a lot of slack, this TikToker, for saying this, and she came back to defend it with this.
So the girls is feeling some type of way because I said that Brianna girl is coming for Lori Harvey's gig. And then they're trying to say that I'm using destiny swapping wrong. Babe, did you think in present time that Kim Kardashian was going to surpass Paris Hilton in Destiny Swap? No. At the time, in the present, nobody ever thought that. Like, Kim, really? Yet here we are. It hasn't happened yet. I'm just saying, I see it. I see where she's going with it. And people who watch her, because I don't, they're saying she's already infiltrating Lori's friend group or whatever. Of course, they can all exist. Plenty of people are existing all at once, but she's specifically modeling herself after Lori Harvey. Like, how can you not see it? It's not like she's coming in being original. She's coming in looking just like Lori. I'm just saying, I have two eyes. I don't know how y'all mad at me about that. I'm catching it before it happens. And it's gonna be so funny if it does happen and I was right.
So Kim Kardashian actually was the creative director of Paris Hilton at one point. And as we know, Kim Kardashian ended up getting into the industry, largely becoming bigger than Paris Hilton. And, you know, looking at this young lady, Brianna Monique, it's safe to say that, I don't know, she seems to be younger, up and coming, and she's doing the same thing. So when you look at somebody like Lori Harvey and, you know, kind of trying to keep up, because really Lori Harvey doesn't offer a whole bunch of personality in this like lifestyle, beauty thing. If Lori Harvey is getting a BBL, it's because Lori Harvey is covering territory and she's trying to remain relevant in an industry where your only real value is really looks. And that's the problem with being in this sort of industry. You gotta be perfect, you gotta be beautiful, and it's not really built on anything institutional, like Michael B. Jordan. Whereas, I mean, obviously if he gained 50 pounds, that would be terrible, but he would largely still be Michael B. Jordan, and he could largely always lose the weight and become Michael B. Jordan fit again. That would not be a problem. But we like Michael B. Jordan for a lot of things. His movies, the range that he's able to do as characters, the value he adds to studios. And when you look at Lori B. Harvey, the only real value that she has, at least to the market, is aesthetics. The leverage play, the ultimate leverage play that women and men don't really understand. And this is what I'm trying to say. Women have leverage, as we know, early on, right? And men build their leverage because they typically have to have some level of value. I'm talking about the average guy. Average guy has to come in, do something tangible in order to get money, in order to get women, in order to get some level of respect in the industry wherever he's at. That's institutional, and that leverage is built with hard work. Women like Lori Harvey, you can kind of marry into that wealth. You know, you can kind of be attached to somebody like Steve Harvey, Lori Harvey, Kim Kardashian. You can be attached to Paris Hilton, and you know, you can kind of build your leverage like that. Now, the difference between Kim Kardashian and Lori Harvey is Kim Kardashian transitioned that leverage into marketability, into brand, institutional building, stuff like that. And Lori Harvey is maybe trying to do the same thing, but I don't know how collaborative she is. Value, I know that she has a lot of brand deals, but as far as being in the industry long term, it seems like she's fairly easy to replicate, whereas Michael B. Jordan is almost impossible to replicate, simply because he gets better every year and he forces everybody else to cover more territory. And now somebody like Lori Harvey, in order for you to compete, you need to take a risky BBL procedure to show that you have more booty than the other person, which really means at this point, your leverage is being lost. And you may not want to admit it, but that's the reality. And this is the institutional difference between a lot of men and women for the most part. And their leverage continues to build and compound because it's based off of things that are pragmatic and tangible. And women's leverage can be built on things that is pragmatic or tangible. But when you look like Lori Harvey, you're probably not worried about it. You kind of overplay your leverage. You kind of overplay who you are in the market. And then, you know, the market kind of lets you down. And slowly but surely, somebody comes to replace you. I mean, it's just like sports. And hey, it could even be like YouTube. I mean, YouTube is a brutal business. As a content creator, you could be here today, somebody comes in and then they can, you know, cut into what you have. And if you don't adapt, then they will cut into what you have. It's no doubt about it. So you have to adapt to what the market wants. And this is what Michael B. Jordan did based off of skill level and value. Lori Harvey wants to give the market what she thinks it wants, which is a bigger ass. And ultimately that doesn't work. It doesn't work in relationships with long-term brand building, and it doesn't work with long-term relationships with men. it just doesn't work. It has never worked. It never will work. And you see women all the time, very beautiful as time goes along, still beautiful. They just lose their leverage because somebody else comes in and they just do the same thing they're doing, largely at a cheaper price. And then as you get older, it's very difficult for you to remain like in a situation of value. You know, it's just really hard. As you get older, you just don't have a lot of value with younger people unless you really, really, really try. And kind of when you're at the age like Lori Harvey, you're like, I'm Lori Harvey. Who are you? Who are you that I should have to give something to? And that's kind of how it works. But it's interesting to see Lori Harvey go down this alleged BBL path when she was telling everybody that she does what only serves her and you have to serve her. And that's really not true. In the next 5 to 10 years, Lori Harvey will be completely not talked about as much as she is today. And, you know, she'll be just definitely going out sad. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.